I'm going to react to some of the wildest neighbor reactions I've seen on the internet. So let's get started. Okay, we've got this lady. You'll be home by 8 o'clock at the latest.
Latest.
Okay,
No
Mom.
walking and no parking your car after 8 o'clock.
No walking.
Clear? Yeah, that's the rule one. Rule
That was
two.
2 rules. That's 3 rules.
More than 3 people at one time.
Oh, 3
Only
people?
3.
Okay.
And quiet.
Look, quiet, I understand.
Number 3.
Being quiet, I get. You know, it's a small, looks like a dense neighborhood. Asking people to be quiet, it's like a totally reasonable expectation. But the other stuff, I don't know about that.
This is my house.
Yeah, this is your house, but your house is in my neighborhood. And I live here for 35 years. And I'm not going to have all kinds of people coming to this place to change the rules.
Okay. My neighborhood. How is it your neighborhood? If you want to make a place your neighborhood, you should probably invest a little bit more time in getting to know people. I think in ringing the doorbell and blurting out a bunch of rules at people and thinking because you've lived there 35 years that's how the rules are. I think not. That's I would like to see a follow-up to that, to see what happens if someone is caught by her walking past 8 p.m. in front of the house. That's wild. All right, let's see what's next.
You want a tree in your yard? Make sure it's not too close to your neighbor's fence.
This is just an OSHA violation, you know? It's just, not withstanding the like private property and the fact that you're killing like many decades old trees. Like, this is dangerous. You should at least have a harness on. Come on. Oh, there we go. I mean, this is obviously objectively wrong. Not to mention incredibly dangerous. I do like that he has a high-vis jacket on. Like, at least he's having some kind of safety. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe this isn't a neighbor. Maybe this is like a city worker, because it looks like they're doing it over an alley there. So I'm gonna call shenanigans on this being an actual neighbor interaction. I'd like to see a little more information there. Let's see what's next.
This lady didn't like the camera, but judging by her behavior, her neighbors had a pretty good reason to install it.
Ooh. I don't know about this. I don't know how I feel about cameras pointing at other people's property. I feel like camera pointing at your property makes a ton of sense, but I can understand if someone's camera was pointed at my house right on the property line, obviously I would go talk to them and try and like resolve the situation amicably and talk to them and say like, hey, I have these concerns about safety, whatever that is. But man, ripping it off, that's a strong move. And she almost fell. That was terrifying.
These neighbors kept flooding this person's yard, so he decided to build a wall. Neighbors didn't like that and tried to stop the construction.
For a second, they were playing tug of war, which is nice. A little inter-neighborhood competition, that kind of thing. But man, these sort of like on the border construction projects, it's so interesting. It feels like it's like definitely about something else. It's not about the wall. I'm not sure I believe the backstory on this.
This shameless neighbor blocked the exit. After talking to her, this guy realized they're...
Okay. There's a special place in my heart for parking. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's like everybody, when you get to like a certain age and you start to care about parking. But especially like blocking people in. Oh, it just gets me every single time. So let's see what she says about this. Not a big fan.
Really are no limits to her nerve.
I have to get to work. So what's the best I could do, mate?
You're not parked down there, the pay and display?
Oh, have you seen the prices? I pay my taxes. I'm not giving you council all my money.
I went to go to work this morning. I couldn't get out because you're blocking your drive. So I had to pay for a taxi to get to work. I come home and you're still here.
But did you get to work?
Yeah, but it's not the point. I had to pay to get a taxi to work and back again, and your car's...
What? She's complaining about parking, the price to park, And then he tells her that he has to pay to get to work. And she goes, oh, yeah, but did you get to work? Like, this can't be real. This is a whole level of cognitive dissonance that I cannot believe. Oh, this makes me so mad. I'm sure other stuff in this video should make me more mad, but this makes me so mad because she's inconvenienced him for her convenience and then refuses to acknowledge that she's done anything wrong. And that just... Wait, no, it's a reaction video. I'm supposed to get excited.
Still blocking your driveway.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. Could you have not just managed to get out?
Are you having a laugh? You're blocking half my drive.
I could manage it.
You can manage
Also,
that.
love the
Bike
accents.
through there.
Is this what you like with your wife?
It's not what I'm like. No, I'm trying to get out of my house.
Why?
You're taking the mick here. I'm trying to get out. Are you going to move it?
No, I'm going to go to the pub.
You're not. Oh, you can move the car.
This isn't real.
Are you going to drive back? You going for some beers?
You don't tell me what to do.
You don't block me driveway.
It's actually not illegal. Oh, forget it. You're being so petty.
No, I'm trying to get out of my house. I've got every right to go out of my house.
No, you just said you come back from work.
Yeah, I come out and I've still come out to go to the shops and you're still
Oh,
here.
you're just making that up, aren't you?
No, so you're going to block me drive all day, are you? When you're going to move it?
Oh, forget it.
Oh, you forget it. Move your
See
car.
you later, if you're lucky.
Oh, move your car.
Neighbor Karen saying, "Dear Karen."
Okay, off the bat, I don't like this because if you know that her name is Karen, that's one thing. But if you don't, it's a jerk move to call somebody a name like that, effectively a slur. And
Hope you're hungry.
then I saw the
'Cause I've
windshield.
been cooking up a storm and I covered her car with glissies. Karen, stop calling me Ethan.
That was clearly his own car. Half of these are not neighbors, at least.
Not stand and block me from closing my garage.
You cannot.
I have to go to the airport.
Can do what you
I have to go to the airport.
You
No,
go ahead.
you cannot stay here in my
Go ahead
garage.
and
Diane,
Victoria, you do
you
At least they know
have
each
a
other.
child. This is my property.
Okay, I've seen that video before. And Victoria and Diane are like the classiest neighbors, or the classiest names for a fight, which is hilarious. But man, when people feel like they own other people's property,
You oh, my son. Das liegt nicht.
oh, I love a good Halloween prank. This is great. We've got a kid in our neighborhood. He's like 12, and he hides in the bushes and scares kids when they come to his house. So he's not trick-or-treating anymore. He's just scaring kids. But this is amazing. Okay. Cute kid in a little truck. No way. The world's smallest porch pilot. No way. This is not... this is... Bro.
This kid decided to play the thief, but his mom made him play the delivery guy instead.
Oh my god. If my kid stole a package, not only would they be returning it, they would be mowing these people's lawns for like a month. I'm so glad that was caught on camera. Why is it that neighbor fights always involve a hose for some reason? I don't understand.
Until the wall is built. Remember, this is part 2.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. 'Cause that's what you're not gonna do. That's what you're not gonna do.
Look, a hose fight is objectively better than a fist fight. And so if that helps you get your aggression out, I feel like that's fine. But man, construction, #1 cause of neighbor fights. Why are you honking? This has to be New Jersey. This is the most New Jersey interaction I've ever seen in my life.
It's hard to say exactly what's going on here, but one thing's for sure, they must have had a rough day.
That's like, that has to be New Jersey, right? I'm sorry if you're in New Jersey yet, but that's totally crazy. And it feels like the first car politely pulled out of the way of the other guy. So I don't know what the deal was. I will never understand this. I grew up in Arizona, which is like dune. So, you know, sharing water with your neighbor, it seems like a nice thing for me. I don't know what they're doing. This is so passive aggressive. Why? Why can't you just talk to people? If you have a problem, like, write a nice note. I don't get it. Say, hey, you know, can we have a conversation, and try and be super nice, and I don't get it.
Not do that. He said this is her yard. This is not her yard. This is on my yard. This is on my yard. This fence is on my yard.
Understood. We had an agreement, sir.
This guy was putting up a fence on his own property, but his neighbors suddenly thought she was the head architect. Nothing gets built
being
without her
recorded, man.
approval.
What?
This sort of, I feel like in these interactions, it's not about the fence, you know, like it's like years of animosity or some kind of like lack of power just building up, because this is an insane overreaction, especially if it's like most people, when they go to build a fence, they don't do it willy-nilly. They like make sure that they're doing it on their property. This is crazy.
You're being recorded. You're destroying the property.
I did not tell you you could do this.
That's
I didn't tell you you could do this. It does feel like, who cares? If it's on his property, like, you don't get to tell him that he could do this. But I mean, I can understand if somebody came by your house, or like if somebody's building a fence and it's going to disrupt something about your property and they didn't check with you first, that's an issue.
I did not tell you you could do this. My yard. I'm appealing to common sense. Get over. I can't believe that the done. I can't either, but he said that I approved it. No, you didn't approve it. He said that the other day. You didn't approve it. I told nobody.
Okay, wait. So she looks like she's arguing with her partner. So the fence is on this side of the property, and then she's taking it down from there. I don't know. This is very confusing.
Get in here. I told them not to touch
you need to call. I don't know. She's tearing the fence down.
I want to know who cooked it. I don't care. You want me to kill my pants? Kill my. What is happening?
She's tearing the fence down. She's been tearing the fence down.
I want my fence. Why?
I want my fence back up. Like, you could see the old boards. Clearly, this is better. And I understand, like, when you're building a fence, there's the good side and the bad side. And so normally, with your neighbor, you want to say, like, let's agree on a price so we could do that. Like, I totally get it. But this is quite the overreaction.
I like it. It's rotting. I don't. I'll fix it when I'm ready to fix it. I'm gonna try and talk some sense into this thing. I told him the other day to leave my damn fence alone. The other day, she said.
Okay, this is the... It looks like somebody's trying to have cooler heads prevail, so that's nice.
Stop. Do not do that. Leave that up there.
No, sir, that's not how it went.
not what happened. We got permission from the HOA.
Permission from who?
We got permission from the HOA, from
Who do you
Nancy.
need?
From Nancy.
She's the vice president of the HOA.
Nobody pays attention to you.
Oh, well, okay. Okay. Well, give me the name of the president of the HOA. We don't have a
Nancy.
president.
Nancy.
How about that?
Call Nancy.
She's destroying the property. She was destroying.
Call Nancy. I don't know her last name.
Well, she knows who Nancy is. Nancy didn't tell her anything about this.
Your fence is 3 inches into my property line.
The 3 inches into my property line, that sort of thing is so wild to me. The fighting over inches. It's just, again, it's like, it's not about the fence. It's clearly about something else and like some kind of power struggle they've got going on. Oh, this is so petty. So petty. This is just good, wholesome neighbor fun. I need to do more of this to my neighbors' Ring cameras as like silly things that they'll find later. This is a good break emotionally. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more neighborhood content, I post twice a week on YouTube and every day on social media. Everything you want to know about turning your neighborhood into a community and learning about neighborhoods that aren't quite so community oriented. So like and subscribe if you want to see more.